Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel and share this video with a couple of family members and friends. The Batman 2's working title revealed, so we are getting more updates on The Batman 2, which should be shooting pretty soon, like this month. Writer Mattson Tomlin says sequel feels new and dangerous. So let's read into it. The Batman Part 2 is quickly taking shape and it's currently scheduled to begin filming in the UK this April. So we went from a February filming date to an April filming date, which is interesting because I've been covering the Batman 2 for quite a while now. Obviously, there's been multiple pushbacks of this film. A lot of things going on with the production with James Gunn, obviously, and Matt Reeves working together to kind of establish or continue Elseworld in this new DC universe that James Gunn has been working on. So there's been quite a bit of pushback. So it looks like April now they are going to start filming this film instead of February. The sequel has been a long time coming as The Batman was released in 2022. That's a whopping 5-year gap between sequels. Thanks to Hollywood North buzz, we now know that filmmaker Matt Reeves' DC return will shoot under the working title Vengeance 2. And yes, the Batman's working title was, as you've likely guessed, Vengeance. Coincidentally, around the same time this news came out, the Batman Part 2 writer Mattson Tomlin responded to a fan by writing, "We worked exponentially hard to tell a story worthy of the character, something that feels new and dangerous. The bar couldn't be higher. Looking forward to people seeing it and being able to talk about it at length." Tomlin, who worked on the first movie but didn't receive an actual credit, added, "Can't begin to describe what this film means to me." Later he added, "We did our actual literal pushed beyond the limit best on this film." It's hard to ask for more than that. The Batman ended by setting the stage for what sounded like a team-up with the Joker and the Riddler. However, many fans expressed disappointment that Reeves looked to set focus on two villains who have received plenty of screen time over the years. Having the Clown Prince of Crime take center stage in The Batman Part 2 also feels very reminiscent of The Dark Knight in 2008. It no longer looks like that's the plan, but we are likely getting Two-Face, seeing as he, his father, and his wife have all been cast in the movie. It's worth noting that Two-Face's screen time in Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins sequel was relatively minor. If Gilda Dent, the holiday killer in the comics, is also taking center stage, there could be some big twists in the story. Hush, Jeremiah Arkham, and Phantasm are all rumored or theorized to appear. Directed by Matt Reeves from a script by him and Mattson Tomlin, The Batman Part 2 stars Robert Pattinson, Scarlett Johansson, Sebastian Stan, Colin Farrell, Andy Serkis, and Jeffrey Wright so far. And still, The Batman Part 2 is set to release in theaters on October 1st, 2027, ladies and gents. So we do have some time in between, but they are going to start shooting this film in April. So not February anymore, April, ladies and gents. And this film's supposed to be set in the winter, so maybe they have changed the setting of the story. Obviously, you could have a set piece that reminisces of the winter time, so you could obviously make this a winter type film just based off elaborate sets, but we will have to see what happens with the Batman Part 2. If I do get any more cool updates, I'll be letting everybody know, as I'm excited about this film the same as anybody else. So ladies and gents, by the way, if you haven't seen the other Batman Part 2 videos that I have done, please go watch the catalog and watch those. They're very good videos. I did a theory on the Batman Part 2 towards the end of 2025, so go ahead and look at that. They are stating that Scarlett Johansson is going to play Gilda Dent, and obviously Sebastian Stan is Harvey Dent, but those are things I covered in that video as well. And as I said, as more time passes, when they start filming this film in April, we will be getting more information on the Batman Part 2. So until then, subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below what you think about this news. Vengeance 2 is the working title for the film. So let me know what you think about that. Be safe, ladies and gents. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk later. It's Neff signing off.